Yeah, it depends on the image that the label want to push.
What was the image they were pushing for you?
Slime, I guess.
Slime. Okay. And so there's certain tropes, there's certain things that need to be in there, correct, and the label wants you to have those in there.
Objective speculation.
Well, from your experience, does the label want you to have certain things in those lyrics?
I would think so.
I hope he
Mr.
does.
Weinstein, do you have questions? All right, go ahead.
Ms. Knight, would you put up 38 and then? Good morning, Mr. Lee. I'm Doug Weinstein. I represent Diamante Kendrick. I think you know him as Yak Gotti, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so for you, just for convenience, I'll call him Yak, okay?
All right.
All right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ms. Knight's putting up 38 NN. This is the third time, I guess, you've gotten to see this today. Do you recall where this photograph was taken?
At the studio.
At the studio. And y'all are standing outside the studio because I guess you're on a smoke break, is that correct? And you can't smoke in the studio?
Yeah. Can't
Yeah.
smoke cigarettes in the studio.
Bet
Say
not.
that again?
Yeah,
That gets you up
can't
out
smoke
of there.
cigarettes in there.
I'm glad you clarified that point. You can't smoke cigarettes in the studio, so you're standing outside. And Yak is right behind you in this picture, right?
Yeah.
And you're wearing your Miles Farley clothing, as we've already established. And most of your interactions with Yak were related to recording in the studio and music. Is that correct?
All right.
Did you guys do a song together?
Yeah.
What was the name of that song? Do you remember?
I don't even remember.
You don't remember?
I don't think we ever dropped it.
Never dropped it, but you got it on a reel somewhere, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So, in other words, your relationship with Yak is music oriented, right?
All right.
How many songs altogether do you think you've written before you were 18 and after 18? How many songs you put together?
I don't even know. I don't
A
remember.
lot.
Over 1,000?
Probably so.
Probably so. And those songs, are all those songs factual?
No.
Are all those songs autobiographical, things that you actually did?
Nope.
No.
So even though you came up on Cleveland, even though you're a rapper, you have an imagination? Is that correct?
Yeah. Every artist do.
Every artist does, right?
Doug, that's
You
a
don't
crazy
lack an
question.
imagination because you're a rapper.
Right.
The vlogs that you go out and shoot, what's the process for that? Can you just explain it a little bit?
I don't even know.
Are you holding the camera at some point?
You saying? Are you talking about in that particular
Just
video?
in general, I'm sorry, you can take that down. I
Hey,
don't
free
wanna confuse things.
vlog,
In
man.
general?
In general, like the vlogs, I'd like you to talk about how you do those vlogs.
Stop it.
I guess somebody just record. And I don't know, whoever want to get on the camera, just talk or whatever. Talk about your music, talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Okay, and once that's all recorded, who edits that? Do you edit those vlogs?
Nah.
There's some other editor that does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. You have any input into that?
Nah, I didn't even know it was going to get dropped.
Okay. And, talking about that, there's a lot of people that have input into the vlog, right? But also into your lyrics. Is that correct?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes. So does your producers have input into what goes into those lyrics?
Labels may make suggestions on what you should say or how you should say some stuff or what you should drop or what you should not drop.
Okay, so when we're looking at lyrics that you're singing, you may or may not have written those lyrics, correct?
I go SP 1200.
Even if you have written those lyrics are maybe the product of input from the record label, right?
Yeah.
And there's certain things the record label wants in those lyrics, correct?
Yeah.
There's certain things that are part of the genre of trap music that might be in there, or drill music, correct?
Yeah, it depends on the image that the label want to push.
What was the image they were pushing for you?
Slime, I guess.
Slime. Okay. And so there's certain tropes, there's certain things that need to be in there, correct, and the label wants you to have those in there.
Objection, speculation.
Well, from your experience, does the label want you to have certain things in those lyrics?
I would think so, yeah.
Okay. All right, I have no more questions for you. Thank you very much.
Redirect.
Yes, Your Honor. May we approach the court?
You may.
Your vlog is terrible, Amy. What are you talking about? I can't with the vlogs, man. Are y'all rocking with vlogs? Free vlog, man. We got free. Can y'all type free vlog in the chat? We got to free my boy vlog out here struggling in Fulton County. Man. I got to get free vlog shirts too. Yo, who is vlog?
Now, Mr. Lee, you talked about being signed to Alamo Records. Are you signed to a subsidiary of Alamo Records?
Can you repeat that?
Yes. Are you signed to a subsidiary of Alamo Records?
What does that mean?
Are you signed to OTF?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been signed to OTF?
No.
Okay. In one of your pictures, you're wearing an OTF chain. What is that chain for?
I was gifted that chain. I never signed no paperwork with OTL.
Is OTF affiliated with Alamo?
On paper, I don't know, but they have an OTF artist that's signed to them.
Okay. And who is that artist?
Look, oh,
Yes.
Oh, Your Honor, I'll withdraw.
Okay.
Free vlogs, man.
Now,
Thank you, Julie.
with Alamo Records, does Alamo Records have any specific colors that they represent?
What?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
You're currently signed to Alamo, correct?
Yeah, you said colors though, right?
Yeah. Do they have any colors, specific colors?
Like in the office, what they wear, or what the artist should wear.
Do they have any colors specific to Alamo Records?
I think orange.
Okay. Do you have any hand signs specific to Alamo Records?
I don't know. Maybe an A sign.
Okay.
I don't know.
Does Alamo Records have any words like slat or slime related to their record label?
I think they just say Alamo.
Okay.
What? Okay, so can we bring up YMCMB then? Can we bring up Young Money, Cash Money, Billionaires? Dang, I need to. That's a dumb question.
Now, you were asked some questions on cross-examinations about your managers kind of running your social media.
Yeah,
OTF,
OTF, YFN.
Do your managers run your direct messages to other YSL members?
vlog.
Not that I know of, no.
So when you have the direct messages, is that you responding back and forth to individuals?
To people I know,
Yes.
probably so.
Young Money.
They talked, I think you were asked questions about managers kind of promoting your identity or who you're trying to be on social media. Do your managers control the words that come out of your mouth?
Not the words come out my mouth, but they control the what is it called?
The songs
When
that
you
are
upload
released.
something. The captions.
Okay, but not the words that come out your mouth.
No.
You were asked about using YSL to gain notoriety. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you recall when you and I first started talking, probably a week and a half ago, that you said that you actually became affiliated with YSL because your music was already popping and they noticed it?
I said that's how I became an affiliate of, being around YSL, yeah.
So if your music came first, how is it that you were hashtagging YSL to gain more notoriety?
Because that's who I wanted to be signed to.
And you still aren't signed to them, correct?
No.
Not yet.
And you still represent YSL, is that fair?
I guess.
So he's got to get a contract before he can be YSL?
Is Miles Farley, excuse me, let me ask you this. How often have you been around Miles Farley?
All my life.
Exactly.
And are you aware if he has a tattoo on the back of his neck that is ESPN?
I don't know.
She said
big red letters?
I don't
FPN?
know. I don't remember if he do or not.
And is Miles Farley a member of YSL, to your knowledge?
If he say he is.
I'm asking you.
Sound like she said
If he
EFPN.
claim he is or not.
She switched
But
it
he's
up.
the one that's making all the Make America Slime clothing?
Yes.
And slime is language that is used by YSL members?
Yes. But you don't have to be YSL to say slime.
Right. But he's not just saying it, he's
It's
making
not.
clothing for it, right?
Right.
Now,
What's your point, lady?
there was a lot of questioning about ops being a common theme in in music generally. Do you remember that line of questioning?
Yeah.
And speaking about the ops, is that usually someone of an opposition to whoever's rapping about it in the music that you've heard?
Can you say it again?
Sure.
What?
Would you agree with me that when they're talking about ops in rap music or any genre, they're speaking about someone opposite of them, whether it's an enemy or another group or someone feuding, it's someone opposite of the person rapping?
I just figured. Let's see.
Can be a baby mama or something.
Exactly.
A lot of
said
people
baby
make
mama.
these songs that talk about the baby mama, whoever you want to talk about your op.
That's
So
crazy.
even in that example, if the op is the baby mama, at that point in time, those two people are in disagreement with each other. Is that fair to say?
I guess.
That's wild. He's right, though.
And with some of the songs that you've heard that talk about ops, in those instances, are you aware of people who are part of maybe that rapper's groups actually committing violence against the ops?
Hold on, say it again.
Sure. So they asked you about rappers who talk about the ops. Do you remember that? In those songs, if the rappers are talking about the ops, are you aware if there has been any violence towards the ops that they are referring or talking about?
In the songs, I
I'm gonna
don't know.
vague. I'm not sure if we're talking about a specific example or.
Sustained. He said he doesn't know anyway.
This is a terrible
When
line
you
of
were asked
questioning.
about-
What? And,
Go.
Go ahead and
and
ask
what?
your next.
What song? What are you saying?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just ask your next question.
You were asked about whether you've seen athletes use the word slime or slat and wipe their nose. Do you remember being asked that question?
Yeah.
The athletes that you were thinking of, are any of them associated with the gang YSL?
I don't know what they're associated with.
Have you seen any of the athletes that you were thinking of in the Cleveland Avenue neighborhood?
I don't remember. I didn't see them on Cleveland. I just see them online doing it.
Okay. Now, you were asked about whether your songs are fictional. Do you remember being asked a series of questions about that?
Yes.
All right. In the song that we played, Where You From, do you talk about Cleveland Avenue?
Yeah, I think I said I'm from Cleveland Avenue.
Is that a fiction that you're from Cleveland Avenue?
No.
Huh?
No.
Okay. You talk about Little Rod in that song. Is that a real person?
Yeah.
So that's not fiction. Is that fair to say?
No.
Okay. You also talk about Big Boo in that song. Is that a real person?
Yeah, he a real person.
All right. You talk about Woody in that song. Is that real?
Is he a real person?
Yes.
Yeah, he a real person.
All right. You talk about Poke in that song. Is Poke a real person?
Yeah.
Okay. You talk about Shannon in that song. Is that a real person?
Yeah, he a real person.
You talk about Toonk in that song. Is that a real person?
Yeah.
You talk about Santa Claus. Is he a real person?
So would you say
That's
that
crazy.
song specifically is not a song that is fictional?
Your Honor, that's I withdraw my objection.
Answer.
Yeah, you can answer that.
Can you answer the question again?
Sure. So
Sure.
would you say that there's portions of that song that are not fictional?
There's certain parts, like I guess the names are not fake.
And Lil Woody said it.
You talked about Boo being
Mixing in
being
truth
called
with
a
some
rat.
lies.
Is that something that was fictional?
Him being a rat is fictional, or
Being
him
called a rat.
Yeah,
Yes, that is fictional that he was called a rat.
he was called a rat.
So that's true.
Right.
Court's indulgence for in your experience or to your knowledge, do some rappers rap about their lived experiences or rap about crimes that they have committed in the past?
You said, do they rap about the crimes they have committed in the past?
Yes, to your knowledge.
I don't know if it's real or fake, what they did in their past or not. I don't know.
Court's indulgence for a moment. No further questions.
All right, any recalls?
No, Your Honor.
Yeah, Max said it
All
all.
right, Mr. Lee, you are free to go.